It's the most wonderful time of the year. With the kids jingle belling.
Merry Christmas!
Looks like Martha Stewart threw up in here.
This is delicious, honey.
It's a little dry.
Well, mine's delicious.
Mine's dry.
Do you want to trade?
It's
Christmas. It's Christmas. It's Christmas.
with those holiday greetings and gifts.
How we were going to survive Christmas with 12 people stuck in a house with no heat and no electricity.
Or food.
There's plenty of leftovers, Howard.
Beer it is.
It's the weirdest thing. There's no cars, no people.
How long can this keep up?
We heard something on the roof.
The hell's this?
Saint Nicholas is not coming this year. Instead, a much darker, ancient spirit.
Those are hooves. Elk or a goat?
What kind of goat walks on its hind legs?
His name is Krampus. He and his helpers did not come to give, but to take.
Everybody, hold on to each other.
He is the shadow of Saint Nicholas.
It's Christmas. Nothing bad's gonna happen on Christmas.
Yeah, it's Christmas. Nothing's going to happen, right? Unless you're running into Krampus. Well, ever since Krampus started making appearances in pop culture, there's been Americanized versions of the Yule Lord, and they have depicted him as the anti-Santa Claus. He would steal children to torment them and drag them through hell for a night. However, some depictions had him battling the man in the red suit as if they were arch enemies. And in Eastern European lore, he would actually work alongside St. Nicholas, with the two typically traveling from house to house together. And, Santa doesn't need to carry any coal. He just brings a horned beast by his side to punish the naughty children instead. However, we get a film, The Krampus. And it's the holidays, right? So, come on. You got your snow, your family visiting for the holidays, Christmas presents, the torment, the good fun. Let's get into some Krampus. Now, director Michael Dougherty had a strong background in animation, so the creature's look pretty much sprung from his imagination pretty easily. They had co-writers get together and they were bouncing ideas around, and they were in a bar in Hollywood, and that's where the first sketch happened for Krampus. And then from there it became an evolutionary chart that pretty much went to a 3D model and then to the final creature. So the visual development started from a cocktail drink. Now, this is a film about a family uniting and learning to appreciate each other again, as it had a great little arc, pretty much where they become disconnected, and then through set of circumstances, they got to figure out how to step up and protect the family. Definitely a Christmas movie at its core, and it was obviously important to have the Christmas spirit and, keep that holiday thing going. And of course, Christmas, and you got that horror element. It provides a different fashion for the family's fears to come to life and have something to deal with. Now, because of the effects from the workshop, the Weta workshop that they used. The actors were forced to perform the scenes where they walked through the snow without any shoes on, and they went in this fake snow up to their waist, trying to pretty much get through it. They were all barefoot in those snow scenes and dealing with the silicone material that they use for snow. And of course, it gets pretty exhausting. They're trying to get through it as fast as they can. But 3 days straight, being barefoot in the fake snow kind of wear you down. Now, the director wanted to have the element of surprise. He didn't want the actors to see the characters before they were confronted by them in the story. He wanted to have a real, authentic response. So obviously, you can't rehearse being choked or strung up. They wanted to have that in the film, that element of surprise, when the creatures would assault the actors.
Oh, come on.
Now, the opening credits sequence, a slow-motion look at Black Friday Mayhem, was the only scene shot on location. It was filmed in a New Zealand department store. Sound stages can provide some amazing work in the film industry. And, 95% of this film was shot on sound stages. So obviously being on a sound stage and being out in the cold, the visible breath in the cold exteriors was done digitally, but a major component of it involved filming real people in freezers reading dialogue for the scenes. Their breath was then isolated and added optically into the shots. Also, the fake snow came from different sources, but the snow on the ground is mostly made from diapers.
We should have gone to my brother's.
Actually, two of the gingerbread men are voiced by Seth Green and Justin Roiland. Now, hidden among the various snow globes at the end are the Psycho house and director Michael Dougherty's house himself. And the early shots of the other houses in the neighborhood are all digital, and they took the opportunity to try to design some of them after famous houses from the 80s movies. However, they neglected to identify any, which would have been really fun if they could have done that. So some of the things about Krampus is he's known to be a creature of a half goat, half demon. And so he's black, brown, goat horns, forked tongue, hairy, sharp fangs, cloven hooves. And in true German fashion, Krampus is a far cry from making a list and checking it twice. Krampus is going to come after you if you've been naughty with a bundle of sticks, and basically was keeping the little kitties in line if they've been naughty. So he was basically the opposite, where Santa would reward good children with presents. Krampus was famous for snatching up the bad ones, putting them in a weird sack basket, and taking them back to the underworld. So Krampus is out there, guys. Be careful. Now, we have passed December 5th, and that is known as the Krampus holiday. So we have lucked out so far, but it doesn't mean that he's not out there lurking.
Better not pout, I'm telling you why. Why? Santa Claus is coming to town. Gather round. He's making a list, checking it twice. He's gonna find out who's naughty and nice. Santa Claus is coming to town.